Hey, what is going on guys? Alex here from funnelempire.co, and in today's video what I want to talk about is the most important thing about your funnel. Now, take some guesses. Most people will argue it might be design, most people might argue but it might be you have to have credibility, and as most people do know, it all comes down to your messaging. So in this video today, what I want to do is give you 3 main points for you to make sure that you focus on with inside of your messaging, with inside of your funnel. Now, the very first point I want to talk about is all about who we are talking to. With inside of our messaging, we want to make sure it is super clear that we are talking to a very specific type of person. For example, like us, even though we service everyone pretty much, we still have a specific criteria of people. Now, this will come down to their current results, come down to their finances, of course, where they're currently at in their business, and most importantly for us, if they already have something which is proven. Now, with inside of your messaging, you can take a look at this. If you have your website or your funnel, we want to make sure that we're clearly identifying exactly who it is that we're speaking to. Now, the first point I want to use as an example here was for one of our clients who was a fitness instructor, just like every man and his dog. But when we were working with him, we had to identify, okay, we know that you train people, we know you make people jacked, but who are the specific type of people that you help? And to start with, it wasn't an easy process, because he's like, well, I want people who I can help improve, build muscle, who I want people who can lose fat. And I kind of stopped him straight away. I was like, who? Build fat or lose muscle? Who is it that we're kind of speaking to? And he happily was like, okay, I really want to focus on people that actually care more about their body, their health, and prolonging their activities within inside of a gym. It wasn't actually for people who wanted to lose weight. It wasn't for people who wanted to get jacked. That was something that will come with it naturally. What he clearly identified was that he wanted to speak to people from the ages of 40 upwards. So people who are probably prone to injuries, they've trained a lot in the past, maybe they've trained incorrectly, and now they're getting to the age where they simply cannot take that risk. So we identified, okay, so we know that we're speaking to 40-year-old people and above. Okay, let's have a look even further. What are the type of associations that they'll probably have? So once we identified, okay, we're going to be speaking to people from the ages of 40 upwards, then we wanted to really talk to them still. Now we've identified who it is. Now we wanted to say to them, which comes on to the second point of how we're going to help them. Now, what we ended up coming up with was a free download. It was a free PDF download which says, get strong and ripped after 40 without damaging your joints and something like that. So the most important thing that we were saying, coming on to point 2, was how we best help them. It wasn't by, hey, get jacked and be over 40. It was, what's the pain point? What is the reason why we only want to speak to that specific type of people? Well, we know that they're at a certain age. That lead will identify that that's their age, and with that they'll of course know, okay, I have problems when I train, I always have a sore back, my legs are always giving way, whatever it is. So we're saying we want to be able to help you firstly know exactly how to train, to make sure you're training correctly, to make sure that you're not damaging or injuring yourself. Because we've identified who it is that we're talking to and how we're going to help them specifically, of course, with that pain point, with that problem, we could then easily transition from that PDF download into the next page in the step, which was like, hey, thanks very much for downloading your PDF. You're going to love it. With this PDF, it's cool because you get a good idea of how to train, what make sure that you don't do with inside of a gym. But just as I know, and that's where he gets into the final point, which I want to talk about, which is your reason why. Why did we create this product? How is this product serving our audience, and how did we come up with this? And for one of our clients, that's where we have that video, and he says, okay, so I know that I'm speaking to you, you're over the age of 40, I know that you probably have problems training, and that PDF guide is going to be great for you, but it's only kind of 10% of the information, and not having someone who can figure out exactly who you are, how you train, what current type of problems that you have, it's kind of a generic guide. And when I ended up putting this together, the reason I put it together is because I always had problems when I was training. I actually found a guide online and it went through all of this information and it was great, and that allowed me to come up with this product and this solution, where he had an online coaching platform where he went into real good depth as far as movements, as far as the type of injuries that people will commonly get, why they will get them. So he was focusing solely still on who he's speaking to, how he is helping them, and then coming on to that reason why. And he goes into it and speaks and says, This is why I have created it. It is because I was in the exact same position that you were in. I knew that he was saying, I've been through this problem myself, and I knew that if I could create a product and if I could speak to that certain type of person, I knew that I could best serve them. And if we think about overall as to why people buy in the first place, using that word, it is the reason why. It's why is this product going to be great for us? Why are you offering me this product right now? How am I the best fit for this product? And that comes on to that kind of third point, which is the pain point. So if you can picture this now, where they've downloaded the PDF, they go to the next page in the step, they see the video there, and all of that information that we present with inside of the video is basically what we want to be presenting with inside of the page. And that, of course, added onto this because it was an online membership. He goes into, here's what you're going to learn inside, here's a free Facebook group and everything else that he gets with it, which are actually just all pain points, accountability, a place where you can watch videos on demand. So once we figured out who it is that we're talking to, how we're helping them, and our reason why that we have created this product, that is where then, if you clearly identify that, you can start to break this down, figure out your own messaging and present it to your audience. That's really what they want to hear. They're the main things that they want to hear throughout your funnel. And this is, of course, the most important aspect about your funnel. If you're running split tests and you're trying to figure out things to split test, this is the thing that you want to be doing. You want to be checking that messaging. Does my messaging relate to exactly what my product is? And most importantly, who I think that I'm talking to. As always, go over to your website, go check this out, go over to your funnel and check this out. Am I clearly identifying who it is exactly who I'm talking to, how I am helping them, and most importantly, my reason why. And a final point on this, especially if we're trying to make some type of offer, that reason why is even amplified because of the importance. If someone has downloaded a free guide and now they're seeing a video of us trying to pitch them, we need to kind of tie these together and say, okay, well, this is why I'm presenting this offer to you today. Here's a little off the top script that he kind of roughly went with. He was saying, listen, this PDF download is great, it's really good, you'll go through it and you'll learn all of this information, but I know that you'll probably download it, you'll love it, maybe you'll go through it a few times, and then you'll probably get unmotivated and you won't be able to carry on that kind of motivation. For me, it was a huge problem as well. When I was training, I always had this problem. I couldn't find the perfect routine. I couldn't find how to correctly train. I always had problems. And of course, we've just met, and I want to be able to offer you today, because we've only just met and because I know how good this program is going to be for you, boom. And then we go into whatever our reason why is. Okay, we've got some type of financial discount, or this program is limited to 10 spots only. And you can see here how that reason why is so important for people to make that initial purchase if we're going from free value into an actual product sale itself. I hope you guys loved this video today. As always, you can click above, head over to our page. You can find more information and videos on funnel design, funnel optimization, and the likes. I hope you loved today's video and see you guys in the next one.